Hello, welcome to Off Grid Thoughts channel. In this video, I want to go over some budget options to wire your solar system with. Uh, I just received this package from Amazon earlier in the day, and what I've got here is I've got a roll of 100 feet of copper-clad aluminum speaker cable. So I got a good deal on this. It was $25, free shipping. Because right now I've got a Prime subscription that they had given to me for a certain amount of time. Uh, so what I want to go over here is kind of do a comparison of some primary automotive wire that I had ordered from another website and compare it to this. Uh, Now this wire right here, uh, this was like 25 feet of red, 25 feet of black, uh, and this claims that they claim that it's 10 gauge wire, and but when I looked at it, because it says, if I can get a clear shot at this, okay, yeah, 10 gauge. And this wire pretty much says it's 10 gauge as well. But if you compare the two, this is more like a 12 gauge wire, while this one is a true 10 gauge size wire. Uh, and one of the main things I want to go over about this is, the quality of this wire is just the strands are thicker. It's just a better wire, and it's the actual size. This is not the size of wire that it says it is. Um, but what I've done is I've got a remnant of 12-2 residential building wire, and so I cut a couple of pieces off of that remnant, and you always want to scrape this solid copper wire with a knife, um, or if you got a little piece of sandpaper, just make it nice and shiny for a good connection. Uh, I took a residential wire nut. Now these wire nuts, they're different colors for different for joining different sized wires. Now this one, I believe, can like cap a single 6 gauge wire. Uh, but if you have like, I think it can go up to like connecting two 10 gauge wires, if I'm not mistaken. But it really depends on how deep, when you spin this on, if you want to spin it down further, um, then it might be better just to connect it to a smaller solid wire. So that's what I've done here. I've taken the 10 gauge, and I was able to spin it pretty far down, so until it stopped, because it has a very strong, good connection. Um, and what I'm going to do is, this whole thing is going to be in plastic conduit, out of the weather. My conduit's going to be painted in exterior house paint, and it's going to be inside of this box. I've mounted a ground mount on the ground uh, in concrete, poured the concrete myself, and on the post I've attached a metal bracket, and I've connected one of these to the metal bracket, and So I'm using two 80-watt solar panels that are connected in parallel with MC4 Y branches, and then have one extension cable connected to the Y branches that is going to allow me to feed a single 10 gauge cable through this box. So when I when I when I connect my cable through this side, what's going to happen is I'll just use another wire nut and connect it to the 10 gauge solar cable. So I'll have very good, strong connections. So, and it's sealed out of the weather, but this is existing stuff, not from the solar world, but more like from the car audio world, more from, like car and home audio world. So what I'm getting is, with this kind of wire, this has fairly thick insulation like a solar cable. And it is true size. It's not undersized like this is. And so I'm getting, you're getting like, this is pretty equivalent to solar cable. Some might say, well, this is lesser, but this is going to be a very short run. And most of my systems are going to be short runs. Um, and it's all going to be in conduit. So I think this is going to be a very good option for me to save some money and have a system that's going to work for a very long time. Uh, I hope that gives you some ideas on what you can do to cut some cost. And if you plan things out, if you think things through, uh, you know, you can save a little bit of money. But all of my videos are pretty much from the standpoint of making your own stuff. If you're a person that you want something ready made, then this is probably not the channel for you. Uh, you'll probably want to be buying some equipment that's already ready to go and it's already made for you. This is more of a do-it-yourselfer channel. Uh, so, and I'll just say in closing, don't give up on your off-grid dreams. Any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Until the next video, take care out there.